Hello, fans, friends, and family. This is Nerdy News World Revision. Yes, I'm doing another one. So, first things first, I'm going to explain my slogan. So, at the very beginning, I'm going to say my little slogan, which is hello, fellow friends, or hello, fellow fans, friends, and family. I don't know why, I just came up with it. And then I'm going to say, I'm Daniel Burrow, and this is Nerdy News, and then whatever the title of it is, such as Rules Revision, I don't know, series review, series overview, book reviews, and book overviews. Yeah, and then my exit slogan is going to be, well, goodbye, fellow viewers. And then, yeah. Now I'm going to explain the new location. You may be wondering, why is he not in the man cave? Well, I'm going to say it was due to my error. Also, I kind of like this new area better because I get natural lighting, as you can see. And, just kind of better with a bookshelf and my little lightsaber. Yeah. So, why I had to make this new location for Nerdy News is of an error that was caused by my own foolishness. So, in the beginning when I got this cool laptop from a donator for Nerdy News, I was pretty pumped. And it's a great laptop, I will say that. But it came with a battery problem, and it got so bad that I was not able to turn it on. Because it just died. Even with it plugged in, I thought it was a battery problem. I fixed it. And then after I fixed it, I started my new Nerdy News. I was so pumped. But then, not long after that, I accidentally dropped it. I was sitting in my closet gaming, because I have a pretty large walk-in closet, and I was playing Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. And a goblin jumped at me. I went, oh! And then I was sitting, and I was very close to the ground, mind. My seating arrangement. I was sitting very close to the ground because I was sitting in one of those gamer chairs and I was gaming, And a goblin jumped out and I was in this cave and I was not expecting it, despite its name, which was Goblin Jim's Cave. I was like, oh! And then my computer toppled forward and then it shut, and the weight of the whole keyboard and everything smashing against the screen warped the screen. And I was like, oh shoot, oh shoot. And I pulled it open. It was not turning on. And then I started to panic. Well, kind of right off the bat, I was just like, what do I do? So on my man cave computer, I was looking up stuff, and the best thing I could find, and I was really scared to do this, but was kind of unbending the screen. I was super scared to do this. I was like, I don't want to break anything. I don't want to break it beyond repair. But you know what? I kind of decided to do it, which I think was a little foolish, just trusting people online. So I kind of bent it just a little, and then everything showed up again. But the thing is it was yellow. Everything was yellowish. It was hard to read words and stuff because everything kind of had a yellowish background. It kind of messed with my eyes. And then there are these gray lines that go kind of like if you have an old television screen and you put a magnet, like one of those box ones, you put a magnet up towards it, it'll start kind of folding out, go like I can see everything pretty well, but it's just very annoying, especially making these videos. So you will see a while back I got a second computer screen, and it's like a desktop screen. It's a monitor that I can hook up to my computer so I could double screen. Well, being somewhat intelligent at the time, I decided, you know what? I am going to make it so if I somehow wreck my laptop screen, I can just plug this screen into it, and then it'll single screen on that monitor. I was like, I think that's pretty smart. Well, guess what? Chaos happens, and I kind of somewhat destroyed my computer screen. So now it is 100% functional. Well, my computer situation is 100% functional. It's just a little annoying because over here's my laptop, and I'm looking like this. So, you know, I am pretty good at typing, so I know where all the keys are, but occasionally, if I'm trying to click like backspace, I might hit, I don't know, the 0 button or whatever's next to it, the plus or the minus. I might hit that instead of backspace, and I'll have to look back and I'll be like, oh shoot. So it's just a minor annoyance now. And another annoyance is that my laptop is no longer a laptop. It's kind of like a desktop that's runs lower functioning, runs with a lower function. Jeez, I cannot speak today. So I've set up, it's an okay setup other than it's no longer portable, and I had not fully fixed my battery situation, so it constantly has to be plugged in to run. It was just a little thing that I did to my laptop to even make it start again, which I will not explain. So yeah, now it's no longer portable, and here's my desk right here, and I have my laptop set up right there with my little monitor. And yeah, now I will explain my new look. So I was watching some pretty cool YouTubers, and I was like, you know what? So actually I'll go in chronological order. How I first made Nerdy News was I was watching this guy named Nathan Butler, and he was reviewing, actually I think that's his name, he was reviewing a Star Wars role-playing book, which was called Edge of the Empire. And it was the core rulebook. I'm like, whoa. I was like, whoa. And I was like in 5th grade at the time, and I was like, you know what? I just got the exact same role-playing core rulebook. I think I should review it. And I videotaped myself, and I hate it because of how unprofessional I was in that. And then I was like, oh shoot, I can't post this, and I did it like 8 times. And when I think I was in Hot Springs, no, not Hot Springs, I was somewhere, and I was taking videos of my great-grandma in the nursing home, and because we're on a trip there, and I was the one with the best camera in the family, so I was like, you know what, I'll be the photographer or videographer. So I was videotaping great-grandma in the nursing home and stuff like that, and yeah, so I brought my camera back, and at the time I had not taken anything off of my camera and put it on my computer yet. So when we did that, Mom got to see all of my videos, and I only thought she was going to look at the ones of great grandma. Well, it turns out she saw all of my videos, and I don't know. It wasn't a great experience because a lot of them were private, like my Nerdy News, where I was just like, you know what, this is just me trying out something, and I only want to show people the best of what I've done. So I was kind of embarrassed when Mom saw that, and like a few other videos like how to be an epic ninja and stuff that I did in 5th grade that was really dumb, or like videos of my fish in my fish tank, just really dumb stuff that I thought people would like. But then when I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna delete this, but I'm not gonna upload it to anything. And Mom saw all of that, and then she saw my original Nerdy News, and this was a while later because after the trip to not Hot Springs, Wyoming actually, it was when we were in Wyoming, I was taking videos of Grandma. When she finally looked at it on the computer, because it was just a few days after, yeah, it was 2 years from my first Nerdy News, which was of my role-playing manual, which I never posted. Mom saw that, and I pretty much just started Nerdy News. And Mom's like, oh, this is where you got your inspiration from. And she was like, if you're naughty, I'm going to upload it to you, or upload it to Facebook. I'm like, no, Mom, no. At the time, I hadn't made my Facebook group. So, yeah, Mom's just going to upload it to Facebook, and it was a joke, and it's still a joke that's still going around my family. And yeah, I might post that later on at some point. If you guys want to see it, I might post it. It's pretty much a cheap ripoff of Nathan Butler's amazing video. He was very professional when he did it. Well, I was not. I was just like, oh my gosh! Yes, I had this really squeaky voice. And yeah. Oh, I'm still explaining my new look. I kind of forgot where I was. So yeah, after that, I after looking back, that was like my first nerdy news. So he was my first inspiration, Nathan Butler. Well, later on, I watched a few other people. There's three in particular. I only remember one of their names because I'm subscribed to her. Her name is Kitty G, I think, and she does very professional like book reviews, and I really liked it. There's another guy and there's another girl. I don't remember either of their names, but they kind of gave me inspiration for how my structure goes for nerdy news. And then I also watched the report of the week, which is where I got my whole look from. I was like, you know what? It looks quite professional. I think that if I want to make my videos more professional, I think I need to look more professional. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to try and dress up almost every day for school, for church, for nerdy news, of course. So I was like, I think I need to kind of embrace this new lifestyle of genuality and, I don't know, looking fancy. And so I kind of embraced that. I'm like, you know what? I think this is a good idea. So I'm going to try and wear a tie and a pretty good shirt for every day until it starts getting nicer outside. Then I don't know what I'm going to do. And Mom also bought me some hair gel. And funny story is the first time that I used it, I had no idea how to use the hair gel. Because one time I went to Great Clips and I got this terrible haircut, and I don't know much about hair or what fashion is, as you can probably tell. So I was like, huh, looks good. So I go home, and Mom's like, that haircut makes you look like someone from the movie Dumb and Dumber. I'm like, oh, I don't know if that was a compliment or an insult. She's like, we need to bring you back to get a new haircut. So we go back there, and I get a new haircut, and it was cut pretty short. And I was like, huh, I kind of like this new look. And I think that was a few months back, and then this is a few months since then, and I recently got a haircut, and I wanted the same exact thing, a pretty short cut. And last time, Mom's like, huh, how do you style this short hairstyle? And they're like, we would recommend this hair gel, and they kind of showed us, and I didn't really pay attention. So then, I came home, and I took a shower the night before, but I woke up and my hair was a mess, and we were going to Barnes & Noble, and my friend Austin was actually spending the night at the time, and I was like, hey Austin, I kind of want to style my hair. Actually, no, this is how it started. I had pretty messy hair, and I didn't want to take another shower because I took one the night before, and we were hurried. Like, we literally had 20 minutes to eat breakfast. I'm like, I cannot take a shower in 20 minutes and eat breakfast and get dressed, so I was like, I'm just going to style my hair today. And at first, I was just going to like take some water and a comb and do it. And my friend Austin, he saw this pretty cool hair gel that was sitting on my desk that I pretty much, Mom's like, hey, you should style your hair after the lady showed us. It was untouched. And literally after that, I'm like, huh, I might think about styling my hair. And I threw it in a cupboard in my desk and never thought about it since then. And Austin, for some reason, was going through my stuff. And he found that, and he's like, whoa, you should style your hair. You could actually look cool. I was like, huh, looking cool. That might be my new thing. And as you can obviously tell, that's not my thing. But I was just like, huh, I'll try it out. So we did it, and literally, I just took a scoop of it. It was a pretty big scoop, and just went, and just like stuck it on my hair. I just love this big blob. And Austin's like, what the heck are you doing? So he had to style my hair, which was kind of awkward for both of us, but he did not want me to look like an idiot. And between Austin and my mom, they actually got my hair to look pretty cool. But I hated it. I was like, I don't want cool looking hair. I want to look somewhat respectable and somewhat decent. But I don't want to look like, you know, people from pop culture, because I don't know why. I just don't think I fit in. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to make my own cool hairstyle. So I decided, after watching the report of the week, I was like, huh, my hairstyle doesn't look too bad. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to comb it, and it's going to be kind of part in the middle. So I was combing it to this side, and because I want it in the middle, it would stick up on the other side. So then I combed it to that side, and it would stick up on this side. I was like, what the heck? So then I finally got kind of a middle ground, which is not even in the middle. And I was like, you know what? This is the best I can get. as a matter of fact, I just started this hairstyle yesterday on Saturday. I dressed up for no apparent reason because I literally only have 2 fancy shirts, and I used one up yesterday, and I'm using one today. And this is my decent tie. I know it's a little crooked. Yeah, it just comes with looking fancy. So that's kind of where I got my look from. That was a very long-winded story. It took about 7 minutes of my estimated 25-minute speech, and I've not even got through my first 3 bullet points on my list. So I'm going to have to kind of hurry through it because I don't want to bore viewers like I probably am doing right now. I've explained my new location, my slogan, and my new look. I shall explain Facebook group and YouTube. Yes, I've started a YouTube channel. If you've been looking in my Facebook group, then you will have seen that I've started a YouTube channel. And because I really don't know how to make a link to my YouTube channel, I just linked my first video, which for some reason, when I linked it, it always goes to 34 seconds in. So you'll just have to back up to the first few seconds to watch the whole thing, which I believe is 11 minutes and 11 seconds long. It was my first nerdy news rule revision, and I planned on making it a trilogy, having that one be first, and then having this one right after it, but, you know, I was lazy that day, and I was like, I'll do it in the future when I actually start up my YouTube channel. And then I think I'm going to actually cover everything so I don't have to make a third one, unless I make a great change to my YouTube account or whatever, or I don't cover everything in this lengthy video. So, my Facebook group. So actually I'm going to explain the chronological order in the history of nerdy news and its many different names, like right now, before I explain that. So, it all started off with that single video that became 8 videos of me doing a single review. Each of them were like 20 minutes long of me trying to explain the greatness of Star Wars, Edge of the Empire, role-playing core rulebook. Because before that, I'm actually going to go on a little sidetrack. Before that, I literally only had the beginner's box set, which was kind of for noobs. And at the time, I was a noob. And my friend Colin and I, and his brother and my brother, I actually forced Peyton and Jordan to both roleplay with me for a little bit, with dice and little character pawns and stats and cool stuff. And it was like a really, it was a box set for beginners, and it only had 1 campaign, and because it did not include character creation or how to create a campaign or create plants or anything, we just played that single campaign for like, I don't know, possibly 9 times in a row, and we were like still drawn back every single time, because with every single new group that I did, and I was always the GM, with every single group that I did, it always had a different outcome. Like sometimes some of them would die, and I was like, man, you can play a single campaign this many times? I was like, oh, and this was like in the beta stages of Edge of the Empire. And the only thing that come out at the time was the beta core rulebook, and I was like, I might have to check that out, which I bought. And surprisingly, I only bought for 14 bucks, and it was not even used. It was new and everything. I was like, wow. And I was like checking it out, and it was very hard to comprehend. So I put it all away for a few years, and then when I was in 6th grade, I believe, they came out with the core rulebook. I was like, whoa! They actually no longer have the beta one, which was very hard to comprehend, and it still is for me to this day. And they actually came out with the actual real deal. I was like, whoa! In 6th grade, it cost 60 bucks. So, actually, this was in 5th grade when it came out, and it cost 60 bucks. I'm like, I don't have that kind of money. So I literally saved up for a whole year, putting, I think, $1 aside a week. And I finally saved up enough, and yeah, in 6th grade, I bit the bullet and bought the book. Bit the bullet and bought the book. That's kind of my slogan. I bit the bullet and bought the book. So yeah, I finally bit the bullet and bought the book. And yeah, it was amazing. I started making all these cool things. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to make a video about it. And actually, no, I said that wrong. And when I first got my wait, this was in 5th grade that I got the core rule book, not the beta core rule book, and I got the beta core rule book I think in 4th grade. So in 5th grade I got this core rule book. It's like thick, and I was like, I think I'm gonna make a review about this. So I made this super lengthy video reviewing this amazing book, and it was garbage, as I've said before. And so I call that before pre-nerdy news book reviews. You may be wondering, before pre, I think that's like too many past tense presets. I don't know. Well, this is before the pre-nerdy news book reviews. You may be wondering, what is pre-nerdy news book reviews? Well, that was when I got my Facebook account, and I was like, whoa, I think I'm going to start nerdy news book reviews. I uploaded 2 videos, and then that became, it set my 3rd age of nerdy news, which I call nerdy news book reviews. And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to post videos off of my phone in Facebook Live. And I did it in a group called Nerdy News. And it was a closed Facebook group. It started off with, I think, 32 people, to be exact, because that was how many friends I had at the time. And I uploaded my first video, which was, I believe, Firefight. And actually, no, this is all in the nerdy news book reviews era. And I was like, yeah, Firefight. This is going to be a pretty great book review, and it was all on Facebook Live, so it was one take. Well, I do this possibly 2 or 3 takes, so yeah, it takes me a few hours per video, and I was like, well, you know, I'm just going to start uploading it, and I had a pretty crappy phone camera. I actually still have that phone, and it still has a crappy phone camera, and yeah, so it was working out pretty well. And then, I'm not going to say who, because I don't know if he or she would want me to say who it is that gave me my laptop and my video camera for Nerdy News. And I was like, they gave it to me, and that started the Nerdy News book reviews era. And it was a whole new era, and I thought it was amazing. And everything looked crisper. I even got a background and everything, and it was great. And I no longer did Facebook Live because I want it to be pretty good. Then starts the Nerdy News era, which is, I had this long break, which I took off my 8th grade, after 8th grade year, when I graduated from the middle school. I took this long break, and I actually just started Nerdy News about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something. And I started again because I was like, you know what, I got a lot of equipment that was donated to me, so I should actually be putting this to use. And after watching all those YouTubers and stuff like that, I was like, you know what, I think this is a good idea. And then just this week, I started YouTube Nerdy News, which is the new era. And it actually falls under my YouTube channel name called Daniel Burrow, which is literally only devoted to nerdy news. And I actually first made my YouTube account, I don't know how old I was, but I think I was liking a freaking country video. And I was like, wow, this is a great YouTube video. So I liked it. And then it said you have to create a YouTube account. So I was like, huh, I'll just do that, and so I can like this video to show how much I loved that YouTube video. So then I liked it, and then I really didn't pay much attention, and I was always on guest when I was on YouTube. Those little things like game guides and book reviews and just stuff like that. And then I finally decided, you know what, I'm actually going to put this YouTube account that I made to good use, and I made a channel. And it's still called Daniel Burrow, and it has this weird picture of me that I don't know why I haven't changed yet. There's a picture of me with this lumberjack weird like hat mask thing. We're gonna put it on, and it comes down. It's like a hat, and it comes down, and it makes you have like a little, I don't know if goatee is the right word, but yeah, it makes you have this little beard and mustache deal. And I don't know why I've not changed that. I probably will soon. And yeah, so then I started my YouTube channel, which this is going to be one of my first videos that I'm uploading to YouTube, made purely for YouTube, just to explain my whole nerdy news to people who are not aware. So a Facebook group is, I actually first started nerdy news off my camera, then I went to Facebook, so I'm like, you know what, so nerdy news kind of started out with me just literally showing people on my camera, like my friends, hey, do you want to see my nerdy news? I would show them off of my video camera. And after a while, it got tiresome and more people wanted to watch, so I ended up doing it on my Facebook account. And then once that happened, I just kept moving up and up and up. I made a Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group, and the only way to get into that is to become my friend on Facebook first. And then once you're my friend on Facebook, then I can add you to the group. And yeah, and that was kind of, I was a little scared about my privacy because I didn't want creepers looking after me and creeping me out. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to make it a private group so only my friends, like close friends and family, can see it. Well, then I realized, you know what, not a whole lot of my friends and family that are on Facebook are nerds. So I was like, you know what, I better reach out to the general public. I can block people on YouTube who I do not like or who creep me out. And currently I make it so not everyone can comment. And first I have to, if they subscribe, I can either kick them off of my subscribe list or not. And then I can allow them to comment. And so far everyone who's subscribed to me, which is literally just my brother and a few people from school, I have allowed to comment. And I've only got one comment so far, and it was do food reviews, because he was the one who showed me the dude who, his channel is called The Review of the Week, and he does food reviews. So that's my one comment, and yeah, it's on my first video. So the only way to watch my old nerdy news is to become my friend on Facebook and join my group, which I only let people who I know and I'm quite close to be my Facebook friend, and then I'll allow them into my Facebook group, and you can see my pre-nerdy news book reviews and nerdy news book reviews era. I'm not showing anyone other than my mom my before pre-nerdy news book reviews, because it's kind of disgraceful to me, because I'm just so embarrassed. I don't know if that's just a personal problem or not. So yeah, then it comes to this era, and which is the nerdy news YouTube era, and anyone can subscribe to me, and then I'll allow them to watch my video. Actually, anyone can watch my videos, but only a certain amount of people can subscribe, and then you have to subscribe, and I have to allow you to comment for you to comment. So yeah, if you don't have a YouTube account, you can still view me, but you just can't comment or like or subscribe to me. And yeah, I would recommend going through Gmail to create a YouTube account, and then that's literally all you have to do is just click link Google account, and it just links your email, and then yeah, you have a YouTube account. So yeah, I've kind of explained the difference between Facebook group and YouTube. Also, I'm going to explain Facebook Live versus non-Facebook Live, or non-live video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have two different cameras recording me for my overviews, which are my only live videos, and they're only live on Facebook, because you have to be privileged to be in my nerdy news book reviews little group. And what that means is I'm just going to be going live. It's going to be one take, so no matter what, an overview is one take. And what it's going to be is it's just going to be me reviewing or overviewing something, which means it's going to have a ton of spoilers, and everyone who's read along or who just watches me does not read along, and who's my friend or family who just does it for fun, comments. And I'll be kind of doing an overview, which I will be doing later. I always do them at 6 o'clock exactly, and it'll just be me kind of talking about how much I like it or how much I didn't like it or things like that. It's just kind of a new expansion off of a review, and I do it over every book I review. And I'm going to have two cameras. On Facebook, I'm going to upload my live stream, and it's just going to be of me talking about the book, and anyone who comments, I would read the comment, I would read who commented, and I will answer a question, laugh at it, be like, what? Or something like that to the comment. So people on YouTube, I'm going to be recording with my good camera. I'm just going to post the video to YouTube, and then you guys can comment on my YouTube channel what you think of the video or the book or the series I'm reading. So it's just kind of quality with privilege over, or bad quality with privilege versus good quality with not being able to comment and not knowing who I'm talking about when I am doing the overview. Afterwards, I probably always gonna reply to the comments unless I get like huge, which is impossible because I almost don't want to be huge. But hey, if you have any nerds, if you know any nerds, tell them about this so they can read along, because literally the whole reason for Nerdy News book reviews is getting people into books. I know some people who like to read, and not just books, but like fantasy and sci-fi. Nerdy News book reviews is specifically for fiction of sci-fi and fantasy, and I do love nonfiction. As a matter of fact, my birthday list is historical fiction, realistic fiction, and nonfiction, because, you know, my mom, she reads a lot of those books, and I said, hey mom, if you know any good books, because I recently read The Kite Runner and I loved it, actually more than any of my fantasy or sci-fi books. It's my favorite book right now. I was like, you know what, mom? You have such a good taste in books, and I've just been reading a whole lot of sci-fi and fantasy books lately that I really just want to learn something. I'm not saying that you can't learn from fantasy and sci-fi. It's just you learn a lot less from them. And I want to expand my knowledge. And I was like, mom, I trust your taste in history, because I love history. I was like, mom, I agree with your taste in history, so just buy me books, please, that you like. And she agreed, and yeah, my birthday is April 16th, if you wonder. And if anyone wants to buy me anything, please buy books first off, and books that have history ties, that are less non-fiction-y and more like first person-ish. Like, I don't want The Diary of Anne Frank, because I did not like that book. I love learning about the Holocaust. Actually, that's kind of a bad way to put it. I like learning about it. It kind of is horrific learning about it, but also it kind of teaches you a lot about human nature, a lot of disturbing things about that. And yeah, it makes me sad when I think about the Holocaust, but I love learning about it. I just love learning about how people can do such a thing, and just how America has been learning from that, and how the whole world has been learning from Holocausts and World War II and World War I and Vietnam War. I also enjoy learning about that. And yeah, so those are kind of things that I like to read about. I like to read about war because it takes me out of Hastings, and it kind of puts me into it takes me out of a small town feel, puts me into a kind of worldly view of, because Hastings is a small town and not a whole lot of bad stuff happens, but the world, a lot of bad stuff happens, and there's a lot of disturbing stuff that happens, and I kind of want to get out of the small town, like out of my comfort zone, and learn more about other societies, other peoples, other stuff like that, so I can put myself in someone else's shoes. So that's kind of my new thing. I'm not saying that I didn't like history or historical fiction before now, but it's just I never picked up a good title. Like The Kite Runner, oh my gosh, I might have to make a whole Nerdy News video about it. It was such a good book. It was so disturbing, but it was a really good book. It put me in someone else's shoes, and yeah, made me learn a lot. I think it took place in... Actually, I'm not going to say, because I don't want to be wrong. And I don't know. Someone will comment saying where The Kite Runner took place. Actually, please comment if you know, because I don't remember. I'm either saying Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, India? I don't know, somewhere. Either a country, please say a country, state or province, and a town if you know. And also a region. Okay, man, I really went off on a rant. Um, so yeah, I will be having, I actually kind of explained live versus non-live, and oh, that's actually about it for my video. I ran very long. It's going to be about 35 minutes long. Also kind of getting dehydrated. So I'm going to take a break. And thank you for watching. Comment if you want, like if you want, subscribe if you want. And please comment if any of my facts were wrong. Please comment if you have any criticism, either for it being great, for being terrible, what you think, what you want me to review, what you think I'm good at, anything. Because I really want to improve, because I want more people to start reading. And because I love reading, and I just don't have a whole lot of people who are interested in the same stuff. So if you know someone, or you yourself are one of those people, please subscribe. Please become my friend on Facebook, or something like that. So yeah, thank you for watching, as always. Thank you, thank you, fellow viewers. Goodbye.